A number of issues related to our peaceful rally, what kind of demands we have, what kind of goals we want to achieve, and the way how to get these goals, and to explain this so-called classified visit of President Yanukovych to President Putin. So, once again, we started it as a peaceful rally. It started as a pro-European rally and anti-governmental one. For today, it shifted to the anti-governmental rally and pro-European one. What kind of demands we set? The first one, to sack the government. And this is up to the president and within his powers to sign an executive order and to dismiss the government, who is responsible for this political and economic mess that is in Ukraine right now. The second one is to bring to justice those who were responsible for the violence that happened at Maidan, and those who gave an unconstitutional order to crack down on the peaceful demonstrators. The third one is to release those who are in custody today, to release those who are behind the bars, I mean activists who are actually innocent. These are the three preconditions in order to start a political dialogue in my country. We are ready to start this dialogue only in case if President makes the first step. Afterwards, if we launch a real political dialogue, we believe that Ukraine needs to have a new technical government. And the technical government is to introduce to the House a new agenda, a new program, which clearly envisage the signature of association agreement and resumption of talks with the International Monetary Fund in order first to sign an association agreement with the European Union, and second, urgently to balance the state budget and urgently to prevent a default, which is actually ongoing right now. The third issue, related to snap or early elections, there is only one way how to get this target: constitutional changes, as it is in Ukrainian constitution that says the clear date for the presidential elections. We believe that we need to go back to the old constitution, which shares the powers between the government, the president and the parliament. As for today, all powers are concentrated in the hands of one person, the president, and the name of this president is Viktor Yanukovych. So this is the set, or the political box, or our political agenda. Our rally is peaceful one. We demand from the president to make the first step in order to launch further negotiations. On Viktor Yanukovych's trip to President Putin, it was clear that his way to the European Union was bluff from the start. It was a big bid auction. Who is to buy Ukraine, Russians or the European Union? He can't realize that the European values has nothing to do with the European value. It's quite different things. As he made the U-turn from the European Union to Russian Federation, it's clear for us that he is seeking for the financial support from Russian president and from Russian Federation. We expect that the budget gap would be about $15 billion. The country is in a desperate financial plight. And President Yanukovych thinks that the easiest way to get these financial resources is to go to Russia, to sell a non-signature, to get a bridge financing of about $5 billion, to get a discount in this gas deal, and to get the guarantees how to be re-elected for the second term in the office of the president. So that's the box of Russians. This is a geopolitical issue for Russian Federation. And we would like to underline that this peaceful rally that is in Ukraine right now, it's not only the fight of the Ukrainian people for their freedoms and liberties. It will have dramatic implications over geopolitical landscape in Europe. And I would underline that for today, a new Berlin Wall could emerge, which is the customs union, a new version of the Soviet Union. The key demand of the opposition is to sign an association agreement and not to sell Ukraine to Russian President and Russian Federation. Is it clear? I am absolutely open for any questions. So this is our agenda. That's how we can reach this target, and that's what in the head of President Yanukovych relatively to Russian Federation. Yes.
Please explain more what you mean by appointing a technical government. The concept is unclear.
The concept is very clear. The president signs an executive order to dismiss the government, and it's up to the president to form this government. We are ready to unblock the House in order to give him the floor to pass his prime minister and his government. On the governmental program, the key demand for us is that the government to introduce to the House the program that clearly sets the target to sign an association agreement and to resume negotiations with the IMF. And we can be supportive.
So he would essentially just appoint a new government that would be committed to signing the association agreement.
Absolutely. And we can be supportive in the signature, in paving the way to sign the agreement and the IMF.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your attention.
То був брифінг одного з лідерів опозиції Арсенія